Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Cheyenne High School Gymnasium for tonight's volleyball matchup between Cheyenne Mustangs and the Horace Hawks. It's finally rivalry night again here in Cheyenne. I'm Tristan Murdoch, joined alongside me is Dan Wolf. Dan, like I said, it's rivalry night here, and these two Goliaths are about ready to face off.
These are two of the top teams in the EDC and in the state for that matter. So it's definitely should be an exciting matchup. I almost wondered, I wanted to check my email to see if we were supposed to show up because of course our last two broadcasts have seen Cheyenne's only two losses of the season, both coming at home to Fargo Shanley, #1 in the state, and Davies, a team receiving votes in the state. So they did ask us to come back, so I'm looking forward to what happens tonight.
So like we said, it's 2 versus 2 here, or they're both tied for second in the EDC right now. Horace sitting with a 10-2 record, as well as Cheyenne just sitting behind Shanley. Shanley is at a 13-0 record, going undefeated as of right now. Of course, that wasn't the case this past weekend at the Fargo Metro Volleyball Invite, where these two teams actually, Horace won the Constellation Championship, going 4-2 throughout the weekend, and lost to Minot and Dickinson, who was maybe a powerhouse in the West, as we see coming out of that tournament. And Cheyenne, of course, sweeping BHS in 2 sets to win the title in that tournament.
And they also defeated Shanley in that tournament. So, to me, Tristan, that tells me that across the state, this is really wide open. Yes, indeed, Shanley is 13-0 and they lead the EDC, but I don't know that there is a clear-cut #1 at this point. I think when the teams, Cheyenne among them, when they are playing their best volleyball, they're very hard to beat. And so, obviously, they've been able to do that at these crossover events, and they're just trying to make sure that they can keep that momentum rolling as, we've kind of passed that midway point of the EDC schedule. Now this is when you're trying to be sharp. This is when you're trying to get focused. You're trying to get your rotations down, and you're trying to be playing as well as you possibly can as we get closer to the EDC and then state tournaments.
Just one person to highlight, too, from this past weekend was #3, Olivia Bratton, coming up and filling some big shoes of Alexa Kaloran. Olivia Bratton, I was watching her this past weekend as I was up north, and she has an amazing vertical is what really impressed me. For being a pretty short girl, I believe she's only like 5'6", 5'7", and she could get up there a ways. So she really did fill some pretty big shoes that she handled amazingly, getting some playing time in all the sets and every game. So with that, we are about set as we look to our keys to the game for tonight. Of course, I talked to Coach Newton recently, and I sent her an email today asking, what are your 3 keys to the game coming tonight after watching this Horace team? And she definitely was watching this Horace team this past weekend. The #1 thing she said was pass consistently. Keep the passing going, make good consistent passes. And then another one was serve aggressive. Serving aggressive, putting the ball in those spots where you need to put it in the in that right time, could be the make or break for this. And then obviously the last one is limit on forced errors. And Dan, I can let you talk about this all day.
Well, that was the one thing I think every coach is going to want that, and those are the things that Cheyenne struggled with against Shanley and against Davies in their 2 losses. We saw that for stretches in those matches. They were very sharp, but then there was some sloppy play, and that's to be expected in any sport. But if you're a team that has aspirations of winning an EDC championship or a state championship, you just can't afford to make those kind of mental errors, those unforced errors that cost you points. And so it'll be interesting tonight. As we mentioned, the last two broadcasts we've had for volleyball have been losses for the Mustangs. We'll see if they're able to kind of get over that mental hurdle. And a lot of times that's all it is a mental hurdle in terms of limiting those unforced errors. And, I would guess both talented teams, whoever plays the cleanest tonight is probably going to have the best chance at pulling this out.
So with that, we'll send it down to PA announcer Ben for player introductions and the national anthem, and be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. So then when I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them, because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us.
Our goal is to get the best possible outcome for the patient. It's just a great feeling to know that you help that patient get back to doing the things they want to do.
And now I have a new hip that feels fantastic.
Our health. Shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit. Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. So then when I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them, because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us.
Our goal is to get the best possible outcome for the patient. It's just a great feeling to know that you help that patient get back to doing the things they want to do.
And now I have a new hip that feels fantastic.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to
So as we come back from player introductions and anthem here, Wolf, 2 names I'm kind of noticing right now is Riley Bryant's getting a start, as well as Olivia Branton is back in the lineup for the Mustang varsity team tonight. So we'll see how Newton plays this one out, as we are about set for game time on rivalry night.
You know, as a coach, you're trying to establish that those rotations and which players you want on the floor together. But, you know, as the season progresses, whether it's due to illness, injury, or just, you know, you're looking for something different, a little bit of a spark, you will see opportunities for different players. And so Coach Newton just going a little different tonight as far as the starting lineup goes. Certainly we'll still see a lot of the normal rotations, but it is certainly something to keep an eye on as they make a plan for tonight, as they're going to play. As we see Dinger come on for Bryant here as the libero.
So it's Dinger, Kaloran, Amundsen, Smith, Metcalf, and Blado on the floor for the Mustangs to start this one out. Christofferson to serve, Jordan Christofferson. As this one's set by Amundsen, gets over to Smith, Kaloran keeps this one alive, back to Amundsen, over to Smith. Gets blocked in front, kept alive.
Good job by Cora Metcalf. Seeing that open spot cross court there.
Metcalf taking a drop shot, as Addie Kill will come in to start the serving for the Mustangs tonight in set 1.
First little drop shot there. Hale was able to dig that one out for Horace, and that's something when you have good teams playing each other, you can't give up on points until you see that ball hit the floor. You can't assume that anything is over until you hear that whistle.
Amundsen went back to Blado on that, kept alive by the Hawks, as Kaloran almost got one there. Good dig out by the Hawks. And that one just gets past them, as Kaloran
not a ton of pace on that, but just enough to make it difficult for Horace to handle, and Cheyenne jumps out here 2-0. Really, neither team able to get set up any of their big hitters at this point. Just kind of dinking and dunking their way around the net at this point. There's a chance for Hale.
Great block up front there. And that will be dropped.
Yeah, that drops on the Mustang side. Good turnout from both student sections tonight. A lot of people in the stands, which is great to see.
That shook there to serve.
Well,
there's a kill. My goodness.
Again, I don't know if, you know, we obviously aren't at every match and that sort of stuff, but we get to see a lot of teams come through here. And when that's going well for Cheyenne, I don't know that there's a player better in the middle as a hitter than Maya Blado.
Bryant in for Dinger as Blado came on to serve.
Blado came up looking to try and get a piece of that, and it was tipped by a Mustang, and then no one home in the back row. Blado had reacted to the shot.
Dinger's now on for Blado, so a lot of quick changes going on here by Newton early on. As
well, and against Davies, remember we saw that Cheyenne had a lot of trouble handling some of those serves from the Eagles.
That's a Mustang point on a lift. As Saxland will come in for Amundsen and
Badeau on for Metcalf.
Badeau to serve. As this one will get to Kaloran on the other side, and Bryant takes a kill.
Good quick set right there. And just that quick set sets Bryant right up for that.
Got to keep going here. Can't take your foot off the gas. You really want this first set. And
that's wide.
That's wide.
You know, and those are the types of plays that, you know, we talk about frequently in these broadcasts, Tristan, where, you know, I know it's tempting to hit something with pace, but, you know, really just keeping the ball and playing, giving your team a chance to rally is really the most important part. And maybe not a great choice by the Hawks on that one.
So this one set over to Saxlin, almost handcuffed her. As this one gets up over to Dinger, back to Saxlin, gets blocked out front, kept alive. Kaloran
really
takes
great
a
job by
shot.
Kaloran.
That'll work. As Badeau will continue to serve here. That aggressive serving is one of our keys for tonight from Newton, and certainly I've seen that here so far, especially out of Badeau. As Kaloran takes a long shot there. Student section's really into it tonight. That's
gonna be
always a good
there.
thing.
And there's going to be our first timeout as Cheyenne jumps out to a quick 8-2 lead and really grabbing the momentum here. Horace just looks a little confused by the kind of the situation, and again, it's probably the first time that as a volleyball program they're kind of reaching these types of heights, but they're playing a very experienced team in Cheyenne tonight. Mustang fans, North Dakota State University offers a different kind of education. Classroom knowledge comes to life through hands-on experience, which sets students apart and prepares them for successful lives and careers. The best way to learn about NDSU is to take a tour. Schedule yours at ndsu.edu/visit.
So coming back off a break.
See if Cheyenne can maintain this momentum that Badeau has with the serve and the 6-point lead here in the first set.
Badeau with good placement on that serve. As this one gets over, dug out by Dinger. Couldn't get to it after the dig.
That was Mueller, good drop shot there. But Baylor Dinger, we've seen that lots of times in our broadcasts. You know, balls that you think that no one has a chance at, she somehow finds a way to get a hand on it and keep them alive.
Well, good job at keeping that one alive as Kill gets it over. Set. Long shot there by the Hawks as Saxlin.
Yeah, that one's going to be into the net. I think they're going to say that was not blocked, that was net. So fourth hit.
You know, and like we just talked about, Baylor Dinger being one of those really good like backhand players, especially on her digs. Those are normally tough to get, and Baylor finds a way to get to them. As Kaloran took a shot though there, Badeau keeps it alive. Another long shot.
Good job by Mueller digging that one out. Easily the longest rally we've seen tonight.
Good slide there by Kill as Saxlin.
And that's just going to be wide. Tries to go up the line and just wide. And so a little run here for the Hawks as they pulled within 3. Good drop action on that serve from Mueller.
Saxlin just a quick set there, smart idea. As Mueller
from the back row. Mueller, just a freshman.
So we got 4 Mustangs in back right now too, actually.
Yeah, and that again, those dealing with those good servers was an issue against Davies.
Set that one over was Badeau as Kaloran got it over, dug out by the Hawks, and that one just tipped in front. Was the fall as Cheyenne will take their first time out. 8-7 lead from the Mustangs. We'll take a short break. Be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Our health.
Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit.
If you're thinking about growing
Folks, coming back from break, we'd like to remind you that Essentia Health is the premier sponsor for the Cheyenne Mustangs and your Mustang media team. Essentia Health, like nowhere else.
So we go from 8 to 2 to 8 to 7. Horace has captured momentum, continuing to serve. So we'll see if after the timeout from Horace, they were able to kind of get things settled down. We'll see if that pans out for Cheyenne here as Mueller continues to serve for the Hawks.
Kill maybe just a little too far on that one. Still plays out. So there's a good tip out front, all the way over to Saxland with
Good
a drop
job.
shot.
Just good recognition by Saxland. Wasn't in position for a kill.
You know, some of that like emergency fund that Saxland used right there, where she mistimed the jump and maybe just didn't intend for the drop shot, but that's what she got, and it played out. So Kaloran on to serve, as that one's long.
And again, it's a fine line, right, between serving aggressively but also limiting unforced errors.
Sommerfeld, the libero tonight. Good backhand there by Dinger as that one gets over for a kill for Smith.
Yeah, that was a little Ephus serve there. Not sure if that's what was intended by Sommerfeld, but caught the Mustangs off guard. Another great dig by Dinger on that one.
Dinger on a serve. As Mueller set that one, and it'll go back to Mueller from the backfield. Dinger over to Bedeau, back to Smith, I believe.
Good dig out there, and that one, yeah.
Great job there by
Sommerfeld
Mustangs.
just couldn't quite handle that one, a little too far and into the net.
11-8, Mustang lead here in this first set.
So it appears both coaches, good use of their timeouts. They've been able to stop the other team's momentum and get things swung back in their direction. Good serve by Dinger there.
Almost dug out there by Dinger, but
I almost sit and wait to find out because it's so close so many times as she routinely dives on the floor.
I believe that's about 3 times now the Hawks have got the Mustangs with the drop shot.
So Donnelly on to serve now.
First time seeing Donnelly on the floor tonight too, I believe. As
Miss
she
hit by
collects an ace.
Smith there. Back and forth we go here in this important opening set of tonight's match.
As Bedeau will set back to Saxland. Good job there by Sommerfeld to dig that one out, as this one's a quick set over. Sommerfeld once again. Hale got that one over. Good dig out. Hale with a quick set over to Kaloran, to Bedeau, to Saxland.
Finally pays off. Horace doing a nice job at the net with their blockers tonight.
Amundsen and Metcalf back on the floor for Bedeau and Saxland. Amundsen to serve. There's a good set there. Hale just too long. One thing you really notice with this Horace team, especially when they face South in the Consolation Championship this past weekend up at North, was they know how to paint corners. And haven't seen it quite yet, but they definitely can if they want to.
Christofferson there going again up the line You were just talking about painting corners. That's great when you have it going, but sometimes when you get down, you just need to keep these rallies alive and give yourselves a chance to stay in it. As Donnelly there.
Thinking the same thing.
That's going to be, they got Blado there into the net, violation. And Christofferson on to serve.
Good job there by Smith as she gets one down.
Right up the chute, right there. Good job.
Good job there by Smith.
As Kill will be on to serve.
Let's go wide on that again.
Yeah, Mueller.
So like you talked about, the Hawks kind of just wanting to get them in the middle right now.
Yeah, I think you just need to try and extend some of these rallies. Even if that doesn't play to your advantage, you can't go for these every time. Wow, what a block.
Metcalf and Blado.
Right back into Sommerfeld there. She looks to be okay. But Cheyenne now has opened up a 6-point lead, 17-11 here.
So one thing with that, though, is Mueller had some power on that, and you could definitely see it on the ricochet.
Yeah.
As that'll just go into the net.
Shook on to serve here.
Shook first time serving tonight, I believe. As Amundsen will set back to Metcalf with the kill. Good job there by Amundsen in the back. As Amundsen, strong setter for the White. As Hale will just tip this one over. Amundsen back to Bryant. Almost got over, blocked out front as this gets over to Killorn, kept alive.
Nice job by Bryant at the net.
Good job there by the Hawks.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, a
Blocked
great
out
reaction.
Front, kept alive, and it'll drop
And
on the Mustang.
Hale tips it down, but good reaction times by both squads there, keeping that rally alive.
Good job on the Hawks. Most of their girls were down either on the floor and not in right position, so for keeping that one alive and getting the point, good job by them.
Eller on to serve here.
Amundsen set over to Killorn on that one. That one's way too long. As Badeau and Saxland will come on for Amundsen and Metcalf. So Badeau on to serve for the Mustangs, along with Kildinger, Saxland, Smith, and
just long.
Killorn.
Looked like it might clip the line, but just long on that one.
Dinger dug that one out as Saxland got it over with the long shot. And Killorn.
Really good adjustment by Killorn. Her momentum was taking her to the net, and that set was a little bit behind her, but she made the adjustment in midair, still able to have some pace on that, and it drops for a Mustang point.
Smith's on for kill. As Killorn will serve. Good block up front there by Saxland. I think Saxland has some trouble with shoe grip right now as she seems to be like sliding around quite a bit. Saxland gets up. Just a floater on that. Good rally here as that one was almost dug out there by Badeau, I believe.
Saw 2 or 3 blocks in a row, but handled well by Horace, keeping the rally alive and then ending up with a score on that. As Sommerfeld's going to be on to serve. That same,
Summerfeld.
it's that same serve. I think that's just what they're going to have to maybe adjust for with her as Christofferson puts some heat on that.
Almost handcuffed Dinger there, as that one's blocked up front, drops on the Mustang side. As Brian takes a moment to tie her shoe. Lauren keeps this one alive, gets it over to Smith, and that's just wide.
Yeah.
Maybe on the outside of the post there. As Sommerfeld will continue to serve. Lauren keeps it alive. Saxon with the quick set. Dinger over to Saxon. Still kept alive. Good rally here as Lauren just couldn't collect that.
It's a good job by Shook there. They just couldn't handle it. There's going to be a timeout for Cheyenne. I didn't see who took that.
Newton.
Okay.
So Coach Newton decides to take a timeout, not wanting to let this one get too close here as the Mustangs lead 28-18 here in set number 1.
And probably, a smart play there by Coach Newton, just trying to make sure that she has everyone's attention and gets them focused on what they want to do and how they want to attack this. We've seen some really good defense by both squads here tonight, extending rallies and giving their team opportunities to score. And if we go back to some of those keys of the game, really, I think Cheyenne's done a pretty good job here in this opening set of limiting those unforced errors.
Serving aggressive, too, is another one. You kind of see a difference in compared to up north this past weekend. Kind of struggled with consistent serving. So Bryant collects one there.
Great middle set, quick set to Bryant, and she hammers that one home. Gets Dinger the serve here.
Good job there by Dinger on placement, as but Blado will keep that one alive, get it over to Smith, and it's a Mustang point off the.
Not sure what the call was there, but
possibly hit the ground. Not quite sure, as the Mustangs take 22-18 lead here. Dinger's serve
good
will
drop
be a good
action
one.
on that one.
Spadil will keep this alive. Back to Dinger, back to Saxlund. That one to painted the corner.
Good job by Christofferson. Cross court, drops the hammer. As Hale and Donnelly are going to enter for the Hawks, and Donnelly's going to be on to serve, I believe.
Lauren gets up.
Good job by Badeau there. Hard to know when one's coming that fast from Hale if it's going to be in or not, but she handled it well.
Good reaction there by Dinger, as this one still kept alive. Good rally here as Smith takes the long shot. Good job by Mueller.
There. Oh, good job by the Hawks, digging that one out, extending the rally.
Dinger over to Saxlund, handcuffs her.
And still.
Back.
Finally.
Smith and gets a kill.
Really great job by Horace, as Cheyenne is getting the looks that they want offensively. They're getting the sets And it's not even the blockers at the net that are causing the issues. It's just Horace has been able to dig everything out. So Horace is going to take a timeout with finding themselves down 23-19 in the opening set. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit. Discover the experience that awaits you at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison family where connections run deep, from the classroom to the field and beyond. Build an exciting career with the help of industry-leading faculty. Tap into the power of the herd and make unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. Don't wait. Find your adventure at North Dakota State University.
So coming back from break as the Mustangs lead the Hawks 23-19 here on Rivalry Night here in the first set. Amundsen on to serve. As we saw a good rally the last time.
Good job by Christofferson there. That one was indeed close to painting the corner, as you mentioned earlier, Tristan. She handled the serve and then attacked the net for that kill. And that one's going to be served wide. Ill-timed for that. That's going to give the Mustangs a set point as Kill is going to be on to try and serve this first set out.
Christofferson just sent that one a hair wide. Kill's serve is a good one and an
Great
ace.
ace to finish.
Addie Kill finishing out set number one here. 25-20 your final set score, as we'll take a short break and be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
If you're thinking about growing your family someday, we'd like to remind you of one simple thing. Babies bring us joy. With an unwavering commitment to delivering the highest quality care, Essentia Health is ready when your someday arrives. Essentia Health, caring for you and your future.
What would you do with a second chance? At Essentia Health, we understand the significance of second chances. Our heart specialists see them every day. That's why regular checkups and heart screenings are vital, even if you feel fine, and especially when you have a family history. Essentia Health is the right place for early detection, advanced treatments, comprehensive cardiac rehab, for second chances. At Essentia Health, we work hard to keep your heart strong for what's next.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I think so.
Welcome back, folks, as Wolfman is getting tired over here as the Mustangs took set number 1, 25-20, with Eddie Kill finishing it off with an ace. As we are about set for set number 2.
Good job by Cheyenne jumping out. I would be interested to know what the stats are as across the EDC from year to year as to the team that gets the opening set, how often they end up winning that match. So that was a good job by Cheyenne to get things started off. Hale has to adjust there.
Bordeaux set back to Metcalf and a kill.
Great job.
So like you were just talking about though, Wolf, one thing, kind of a trend that seems to have been going on lately besides this past weekend was whoever wins the first set loses the match, in the past 2 weeks especially. So hopefully the Mustangs can break that trend tonight. Another thing, as the Mustangs collect a point there, is this past weekend was actually best of 3 sets, so make sure you want to keep your foot on the gas but also play conservative.
Yeah, you want to play smart, but you have to be aggressive at the same time in a 2 of 3 format. When you have that many teams playing at once, you can't extend those matches into those 5-set opportunities. Great block there by Smith and Blado.
Gets over to Smith with a kill. Birthday ball there as, like I talked about earlier, Smith being one of those powerhouses.
Kind of sneaky. You don't expect, Blado, Saxland, Metcalf, the size that they have, Kaloran, but then they can go deep with players like, a little fight for the ball, but they got it over.
Good drop shot there.
Really good drop shot by
Hale, I believe.
Hale. Little basketball touch there. The Gonzaga University commit. I believe she committed. I know she was offered.
Blado with the birthday ball there.
Again, that quick set up the middle, and that just gets on top of Christofferson so quickly. She has nothing she can do with that but try and avoid it, and still caught a piece of her, and Cheyenne jumps out to a quick 4-1 lead here.
Hattie Kill on to serve, finishing out set 1 with an ace, as we'll see what she does here. Good serve there, it's over the net.
Good block by Blado up front on the Christofferson kill attempt. Court just a little too much on it, just wide.
Took the quick set there, as doesn't play out.
Harper Coulter on to serve. I think that's the first opportunity she's had.
Just over the net and just wide.
Good ace there.
So the Hawks are crawling their way back here a little bit into this early set of number 2. Dinger passed over to Metcalf. A little miscommunication there.
Metcalf just trying to stay out of the way, doing a good job of that.
And that drops on the Mustang side.
I can say in a few years of doing these games, Tristan, that's the first time I've seen that action on the floor. As Coulter with an opportunity to tie up set number 2 here. Not as much pace on that one, and that gives Cheyenne an opportunity to handle and set that play up.
Metcalf just slammed that one home. Metcalf with that extended height and reach, using it to her advantage as Blado comes on to serve. Kill gets to Bryant, drops on the Horace side, and that'll be a point for the White.
Almost, just right at the very peak of her jump. Bryant gets a hand on it there that she almost mistimed it, but works out for Cheyenne. as they start to open a little lead again.
As this one gets over to Killorn, and that one's blocked straight up front. There's a good block there.
I think
I believe that was number 12.
That was
Bobkuhn. Excuse me.
Very good job.
So we're back to 3 in front, 3 in back for the Mustangs on defense. As Badeau gets over to Metcalf, and that one is too hot to handle. Saxland on along with Brindley Richmond.
First time we'll see Richmond serving tonight.
Gets her first action of the night.
She came through with some timely serves. I think that was the Shanley match. I don't recall which one, but played a big role that night. Oh, good job by...
As that'll be a Horace point somehow.
Violation by Cheyenne. I wasn't...
Not quite sure what that was called. Summerfield just barely getting that one over. Saxland tried to take a drop shot there.
Oh, great job.
Great job by Dinger.
That one might have been out, but Christofferson
elects
to hit it, and then the block.
Alexa Killorn.
Summerfeld has really kind of caught Cheyenne by surprise every time with that kind of off-speed serve that she has.
Killorn serving as Summerfeld had to take a dive on that one. Gets over, back to Killorn, over, goes up into the rafters,
Good job by Horace.
Great block out front there. Richmond back. Got to Bryant there. Bryant with a mistimed jump maybe. Gets a drop shot. You know, and that's maybe one thing Bryant needs to work on is her timing, because we're kind of starting to see a trend with Bryant, whereas I believe it was the Davies game where she had like 3 or 4 mistimed jumps, and it, you know, but when she times her jumps, she can get it down and hard.
She's definitely athletic. There's no doubt about that. There's an ace by Donnelly.
And like you talked about, Richmond coming in with her serving too, as we'll see if we get more of that here in set number 2. Richmond set over back to Bryant. Bryant with some power on that one. Doesn't
Good
play
placement
out.
by Hale, right up the middle, but just in a spot where nobody from Cheyenne could get it. Closest was Ray. She got a hand on it, but that was about it.
Donnelly on the serve. Saxland almost
Job by
collects one there.
Summerfeld.
Almost collects a basket too. As Richmond passes over to Dinger, gets to Saxland. Saxland.
They're going to say that was net and not a block. And so Cheyenne's going to take a timeout as they find themselves down 1 here in set number 2.
First time the Mustangs have been down tonight, I believe. Besides,
yeah, I think it is the first
time.
time.
It is the first time.
They've been able to get a lead. Horace has climbed their way back, but they've been able to maintain that lead and then extend it again. But this is the first time we've seen Horace come up with a lead to this point. Fans discover the experience that awaits at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison community where connections run deep from the classroom to the field and beyond. Engage with faculty and industry experts and create unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. See for yourself. Schedule a tour at ndsu.edu/visit.
Bison with a big game coming up against SDSU in football.
The marker trophy up for grabs. next time out or next break in the action, we'll try and get you a little update as to what's going on around the state as Smith gets that one to fall. Mueller unable to handle that one.
Blado on for Bryant as Dinger to serve. As Kyrie is also on now.
Great job by Smith there. Good recognition of the commitment by the blockers on that side. Uses a little drop shot over the top, no one home. And Cheyenne's regained a 1-point lead here midway through set number 2.
Taylor Dinger's serve is a good one. As Dinger passes over, I believe that's Smith on the far side there with a quick set.
Christofferson.
Great job there.
Just wide. They thought it was in. They were celebrating on the Horace side, but line judge determining that one was wide. And so Dinger continues to serve for Cheyenne.
Great block up front there. Good job at keeping it alive. Great block there by Blado. My goodness.
And there's going to be a timeout from Horace now. We'll take another quick break. Join us to see how set number 2 wraps up.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. So then when I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them, because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us.
Our goal is to get the best possible outcome for the patient. It's just a great feeling to know that you help that patient get back to doing the things they want to do.
And now I have a new hip that feels fantastic.
Welcome back, folks, as we are back for the middle of set number 2.
Quick update on some action around the EDC and state. Red River is up 1-0 on Fargo South in the first set. Davies leads Valley City 1-0. That's all I got, Tristan. No one else is giving us much for updates around the state, so we'll continue to check in as this match progresses. As out of the timeout, Dinger continues to serve.
Red River, I believe, is Hawks' next opponent, I'm pretty sure. So definitely keep you updated on that.
Good job. That was touched at the net, and then Sommerfeld could not handle it. And so Cheyenne on a little run here. As we see 4 deep to return for the Hawks.
Good job there.
Yeah.
Saxon just putting that pressure on and may have helped in the payout, as Dinger will still continue to serve. Got a good run going, as that one just barely clears the net for an ace.
Sometimes when you get it going, your things just seem to go your way. As Dinger's run off about 6 straight points here, I think, for the Mustangs on her serve.
Almost handcuffed her there, as good job keeping that one alive.
Nice
Ray
job by Ray, getting it back over.
Ray hurdled
Great
Dinger.
kill by Jaden Hale there. When you can get her set up, that's a lot to handle at the net. As Christofferson now with the serve. Good job by Ray digging that one serve out. And a great placement by Saxland.
17-11. Mustang lead here in set number 2, as Badeau will come on to serve, as well as Metcalf back on the floor. Almost dug out there
Great
by
job
Dinger.
by Mueller. Dinger gets a hand on it, a piece of it, but just too good of a downward angle by Mueller on that with that kill. And now we see McKenna Coulter on to serve.
Metcalf gets one over. Good dig out there by Coulter. As I believe that was Mueller sending that one over. Back over Mueller with the long shot. Kept alive there. Over to Smith. Gets tipped out front. Kept alive. As that one just long.
Mueller went for the point. Saw there was an open space in the back row. Just long, and it was close.
Kill and Killorn on for Badeau and Ray, as Kill will come on to serve here for the Mustangs. Good serve there. As Blado
Great job, placement in the back corner.
Brings it down.
Cheyenne extends their lead to 7. This one's starting to get away from Horace here. The Cheyenne is clicking on all cylinders, firing on all cylinders right now.
Kill's serve is a good one, as this one's sent over by Christofferson. Metcalf gets this one over and miscommunicated there.
Yeah,
by Hale.
Hale took that one, thought there wasn't anyone behind her. Hard to say if it would have been handled, but Hale unable to, and Horace finds themselves down 8 here in set number 2.
Kill still serving, run of 2 going on. Hale will take a quick set there. Kind of tricked the Cheyenne defense, and Blado with the tap.
Not exactly sure if that's what she was intending, but it works really well. And that's going to put Horace down 9, and they're going to call timeout to see if they can do something about this lead that Cheyenne has developed. We'll step away real quick. Join us for the ending of set number 2.
Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit.
Fans, we'd like to remind you that the next volleyball games are next week Tuesday when they travel over to South, and next week Thursday when they face Red River here in the Cheyenne High School Gymnasium, as Mustang Media will be covering that one. And
Hale sends that long.
Hale sending that one long will give Kill a run of 4 going on here, as that one goes into the netting for an announcer's curse.
But again, I think we're seeing a cleaner match tonight from Cheyenne than what we saw against Davies and against Shanley overall, which I would think has got to please Coach Newton quite a bit.
Coulter on to serve, as
and that's going
that
to
one
say
will go into the netting.
Yeah, never reached any Horace Hawks. And so Harper Coulter with an opportunity to try and get some points going here for the Hawks.
Badeau set over to
Great handle there. Great dig out by Sommerfeld.
Blado gets over to Metcalf. Light tap there. So that's just a floater. Badeau to Dinger, to Kalorn. Mueller almost got that one over. Here's Dinger over to Badeau with the quick set. Great dig out there. That was Coulter.
Just long.
Great dig out there by Harper Coulter.
And Bob Kuhn just long on that. Another one really close, but the line judge not hesitating at all, declaring that one out. And Cheyenne with within two of going up 2-0 in this match.
Blado serving. Gets back over. Metcalf with the pass. Gets over to Kalorn with the drop shot.
Great drop shot.
Alexa Kalorn
gets those blockers to commit at the net and then just over the top. Great drop shot and set point here for the Mustangs.
Blado with a great serve. Blado to Badeau to Metcalf.
And there it is.
Slams one home as the Mustangs kind of run away with set number 2, taking it 25-14. And Metcalf finishing them off.
And Cheyenne was down 11-10 in set number 2. And they go on a 14-4 run to finish it and end up pulling out set number 2 and up now 2-0 on their crosstown rivals. Folks, don't go away. Come on back to see how the third set goes. Cheyenne up 2-0. Come on back.
Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit. Discover the experience that awaits you at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison family where connections run deep, from the classroom to the field and beyond. Build an exciting career with the help of industry-leading faculty. Tap into the power of the herd and make unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. Don't wait. Find your adventure at North Dakota State University.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes, I think so.
I didn't know that I'd play football. I didn't know I'd go pro. I didn't even know if I'd get game time or score a touchdown. But there's one thing I always knew. That I'd never give up.
Our health.
Discover the experience that awaits you at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison family where connections run deep, from the classroom to the field and beyond. Build an exciting career with the help of industry-leading faculty. Tap into the power of the herd and make unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. Don't wait. Find your adventure at North Dakota State University.
Welcome back, folks, as we come back for set number 3 here in the Cheyenne High School Gymnasium. The Mustangs leading 2-0.
Hey fans, Essentia Health is proud to be the premier sponsor of Mustang Media and partner with Cheyenne High School to make a healthy difference in the lives of the students and families we are privileged to serve. Essentia Health, like nowhere else.
So the Mustangs going with Metcalf, Blado, Kalorn, Dinger, Smith, and Badeau to start here, as Mueller will serve just wide.
And Kill on to serve. And she was instrumental in that run in the middle of set number 2 after Cheyenne had found themselves down 11-10. And it was her serving that opened that set up as she starts with another good one. Hale's going to get that over.
Metcalf. Kill set over to Badeau to Killorn, drops on the Mustang side. Fans, just a quick reminder, this is a 2-point match between the Hawks and the Mustangs as they don't face another time this year unless in EDC or playoffs.
Making this matchup of the teams tied for second place in the EDC even more important when it's a 2-point game, as Sommerfeld continues those serves that, I'm sorry, Tristan, we're in set 3. This should not be a shock what kind of serve is coming at this point for the Mustangs anymore. At some point you have to make an adjustment. Now maybe she's setting them up for the big jump serve, but these are just all floaters like that.
I believe the Mustangs had 4 and back there as Blado collects one there. So tied at 2-2, I believe. Here in set number 3, the Mustangs taking the first 2 sets, seeing if they can sweep the Hawks here tonight on rivalry night, as Badeau sets this one for a long shot from Killorn. And that one...
Job by Christofferson. That was actually placed very well for a set, even though really it was more keeping that alive.
From our angle, I thought that dropped on the Hawks side, but nope. Hawks point.
Courtney Heiser on to serve for the first time tonight.
Killorn up to Badeau, gets to
good
Bryant
job
with a
Bryant with that
kind
set
of
up the middle. Not necessarily a ton of pace on that, but just placed really well where no Hawk could really get it cleanly.
So Amundsen serving. Amundsen up over to Dinger. Dinger over to Killorn, and that one into the rafters and down, kept
Great
alive.
Great job by Horace keeping that alive from the rafters.
Amundsen over to Bryant.
Good job.
Ooh, almost made it into the basket. There on the far side as Amundsen.
As you pointed out, Tristan, Bryant's had a couple of mistimed opportunities in the last few matches, but when she gets it synced up, she is a powerful force out there. That's a Saxland. That rattles around between a couple of Hawks there.
Saxland showing her power here as Amundsen continuing to serve. Amundsen, one of those powerhouse servers from this past weekend, as well as she carried on for the Mustangs with a bunch of runs up north, especially against, I believe it was Jamestown. So the Mustangs will earn a violation there, collect a point for Horace, as the Hawks are within 1.
Speakermeyer now on to serve. A lot of people seeing some time here.
That one's just wide, hits the marker, I believe. Speakermeyer's serve is a good one. Dinger, a long pass over. Amundsen kept alive, over to Dinger, back to Saxland.
Just wide.
Down the line and just wide. Horace earns their second lead as they take a 6-5 lead here against the Cheyenne Mustangs. That one is a
good serve, good
light
ace.
serve, but a good ace.
Placement was the key there, and there we're going to see our first time out of set number 3 as Coach Newton does not want to give Horace any more momentum than they have to.
So Horace takes a 7-5 lead here. Coach Plank talking to her girls down there, as you see on your screen right now. Still trying to keep that motivation up. Say we're not out of this yet, that we got to still keep our foot on the gas, keep going. Limit unforced errors, especially. Those light serves are really dangerous in a sense too.
Well, they are, because you're not anticipating that type of serve. Some updates from around the state. Red River leads South 1-0. Legacy leads Bismarck Century 1-0. Davies up on Valley City 2-0 in tonight's matchups.
Red River and South, the two opponents for Cheyenne next week. A reminder, as they travel to South on Tuesday. Red River comes here on Thursday. Good job by Kill, I believe, keeping that one alive.
Great job by the Mustangs there, as Mueller just sends that one long.
That one's just too far. Horace parents not liking that one either. Abby Smith back on, and Alexa Kaloran on to serve. Kaloran with a great serve there. Amundsen, Bryant keeps it alive. Dinger gets it over. Not sure if Bryant mistimed that jump or what.
Great reaction by Saxland there.
Great block up front there, and that'll be a Horace point off the net violation, I'm assuming. Kaya Ray on for Kaloran, as Horace's number 8, Olivia Shook, on to serve. I believe for the first time. I don't think we've seen Shook serve yet. As there's a great block up front, and that one's just wide.
Our angle up here,
a lot of Mustang
when the ball
fans
went down, it looked like
not liking that either.
We didn't have the angle that the linesperson did, but they determined it was out.
Great job there by Dinger on the reaction, as Smith gets this one over. Speakermeyer getting that over, and Saxland sends that one a little long. 10-6, Hawks lead.
Easily the biggest lead of the night for the Hawks. Here in set number 3, they're down 2-0. They're going to have to make something happen now.
Once again, Coach Plank probably liking what she sees right now, but in that same mindset of keep their foot on the gas, as Shook will send that one long, excuse me. So we got all cardboard cutout heads going on in the Mustang student section right now. Dinger to serve. And that one will be a Hawk point.
What's amazing about those cardboard cutout heads, they're all of Tristan Murak, which is great to see. It's great to see everyone supporting Tristan and all the great things he does with Mustang Media.
Coach Newton on the edge of her seat here, as Blado takes what would have been an amazing drop shot.
There.
And collects point.
Some miscommunication there from the Hawks, just a little lapse in focus right there. You know, you had everything going. You had momentum going your way. You just don't want to let something like that happen.
So
Badeau comes on, almost gets the
as two people call that and they don't listen. Bad communication there on the Hawks side.
So those unforced errors. they have a way of just creeping up on you when you start, and you get one, and they just kind of seem to multiply on you. And almost the harder you try, the more they compound themselves.
Hale sends
Great
that
reaction by Dinger, and she's going to send that over.
Hale with a little floater. Metcalf.
Good job by
Sommerfeld. As Badeau will get this one over to Smith for a pass over. As this one gets back to Hale, and Hale.
That's long.
Sends one long as.
Oh.
There's a lot of people disagreeing with that one.
And she hits with such force, it's really hard to pick that up. Certainly from our vantage point.
Badeau trying to tie this one back up here.
Mueller sends
that one long. Tied up at 11.
Like I said, those mental errors, those miscues just kind of seem to multiply on their own.
Newton standing up now as Badeau will continue to serve. Serving choice might be a huge factor in the second set as the Hawks regain their lead for 12-11. You know, one of our keys to the game is that aggressive serving. You know, kind of a trend that they needed up north this weekend. Yeah, they did get the win, but it was a lot of inconsistency and that's kind of hard when you're trying to play that aggressive serving too.
Yeah.
You know, Sommerfeld gets this over to Hale.
Great job by Abby Smith. Just kind of caught Horace a little flat-footed there as they were all anticipating, readying themselves, and just a little slow on the reaction. And Smith gets away with that one, and so we're knotted at 12 here in set number 3.
Kill on to serve. Kill almost painted the corner there from our angle. They'll say it's just wide though.
So Sommerfeld on now. Okay. They need now we see that back row move up.
Metcalf with the turn of the arm there.
Great job, great block. I'm not sure if that was Blado or Metcalf that got it. There wasn't a lot of pace on that kill attempt by Christofferson. It was just tipped back on the Horace side.
Blado serving as that one tried for a drop shot there by number 13. That was Caitlin Posel.
Just kind of mishit that.
Maya Blado.
Good serve.
Good serve.
Flat serve with a lot of pace.
Badeau back to Metcalf. Slams one home as
the celebration gets a little out of hand, and Horace takes a timeout, knowing how important this third set is. Stick around, folks. We'll be back. Mustangs lead 15-13.
What would you do with a second chance? At Essentia Health, we understand the significance of second chances. Our heart specialists see them every day. That's why regular checkups and heart screenings are vital, even if you feel fine, and especially when you have a family history. Essentia Health is the right place for early detection, advanced treatments, comprehensive cardiac rehab, for second chances. At Essentia Health, we work hard to keep your heart strong for what's next.
Welcome back, folks, as Metcalf just collected a solid kill in set number 3 here as the Mustangs take a 15-13 lead here coming off of the Horace Hawks timeout.
And passing was one of the keys to the game, right? Really good passing there. If you can set Cora in the position that she needs it, there's virtually nothing that can be done about that when she drops the hammers. There's a good job by Christofferson finding no one home and back.
So another thing too that might play a factor here tonight is if you were at the games at North this past weekend, it was a lot more constricted in the gym. Obviously playing horizontal instead of vertical on these basketball courts plays a huge factor in how you perceive your angles, as that'll be a Mustang point, I believe.
Yep. Dinger looked like she was going for it, and I don't know if she decided to let it go or just decided she couldn't get to it, but it worked out for the Mustangs as Amundson's on to serve here with hoping to try and open up a bit of cushion between the Mustangs and the Hawks.
Another thing with serving too in the Fargo North gym, it's not ideal as a lot of girls can't get their run up that they have. I believe Amundson's the only person on the Cheyenne team that doesn't have like a massive run up on her serve. So that also played a huge factor in comparison to tonight, as they are playing this really well, being back at home.
There's the quick
Quick
set.
Wide.
That one's going to go wide, but timed up, synced really well. Just wide by Bryant there, but a lot of pace on that one as we see Speakermeyer on to serve for the Mustangs, or for the Hawks.
Speakermeyer with a good serve. Amundsen set back, and
that was
another
little mistime
there by Bryant.
The kind of the running kill and just unable to get it in.
One of those things that we've kind of pointed on and don't really need to talk about. The fact that those Bryant mistimed jumps are sometimes play the huge role here in the Cheyenne downfall.
So 17 all. Speakermeyer continuing to serve. That one just trickles over. A little good fortune there that it caught net, and that threw the timing off for the Hawks as they were trying to return that. And so Kaloran with a look to the student section before she's going to let this one go.
Lauren serves a good one.
Wow.
Good job there by Amundsen, as I have no clue what that's getting called on.
Violation by Cheyenne, but Mueller is impressive, as she is 5'9", but only a freshman. She gets up, she elevates quickly and has a lot of pace when she's wanting to move the ball.
Olivia Shook on to serve. Saxelin got it over. Good block up front there by Saxelin, and I believe that's Bryant. It is. Great dig out there by Kaloran. As this one gets set back and over, Kaloran up to Amundsen. Over to Saxelin with the quick set. Great rally here. Amundsen mistimed jump there by Bryant. Gets
somehow
over.
Smith kept that alive.
As Kaloran to Amundsen to Smith, and Smith just a mistimed jump there sends it straight into the netting, as the Hawks take a 19-18 lead here in set number 3. The Hawks being a very powerful team on the road, kind of a difference in playing here tonight.
Well, and give credit to Horace. They're not going away. They're being pesky. They're hanging around. They're going to fight till the end. They know the odds are long being down 2-0, but they're not giving up, and they're continuing to battle throughout as they've kept this one tight the entire time. Good serve, good dropping action on that one by Dinger, and then she digs it out.
Great tip there by Smith. So that one's blocked in front by Saxon. Tried to be saved by Blado and just couldn't get to it. As the black and gold take a 20-19 lead as Newton's back up on her feet, talking to Amundsen and Saxon. As Kaloran will get this one over to Amundsen. Kaloran with the long shot. Kept alive there. Hale.
Great job.
One down.
Amundsen and Dinger keeping that alive. Hale sends
That
that
one's
one
just
wide.
So Metcalf and Badeau will come back on for Saxon and Amundsen. Badeau on to serve.
So kind of the biggest lineup that Cheyenne has here at the net with Blado and Metcalf.
Along with Smith.
Good job by Blado.
Great job there by Badeau, miscommunicated, gets over. Great job there by the Mustangs, keeping that one alive. Great dig out there by Dinger. Metcalf
and
drops on the
Smith
Hawks.
wins the battle against Hale at the net.
And we got some energy here.
As the student section making some noise now. Great job.
So Badeau will get this serve over. Sommerfeld gets to Mueller. Badeau gets back to Metcalf. A little drop shot there, kept alive by the black and gold. As Dinger set over to Metcalf with the long drop shot.
Right in the middle, everyone kind of looked and no one had made a move on it. And there Horace is going to take their second time out of the set as they find themselves down 22-20.
So Coach Plank trying to motivate her girls, get them back into this one, make sure they understand what's at stake here. They do realize it's a long shot, but it's definitely possible. You're not out of it yet.
Well, and it's just, it's disappointing when you see the way like that point ended. Horace has fought this entire set, and then to just see something that the set wasn't there for Cora Metcalf, so she's just really trying to place it, and it drops in the middle of 6 girls as they all kind of watch it drop to the floor. And unfortunately for Horace, it comes at a time where it now puts them down 22-20, and Cheyenne only within 3 points of closing out this match tonight.
Badeau continue to serve here in set number 3. Mustangs lead at 22-20. Along with Kaloran, Dinger, Metcalf, Smith, and Blado. This one's set. Drop shot there for Mueller, kept alive. Badeau, or Blado, excuse
me. When they
me.
get that opportunity for that kill up the middle,
Blado just
sent
quick that one packing.
Yeah.
Badeau.
You can tell how much those two have worked together on that.
Oh, yeah. Dinger gets over to Kaloran. Long shot for Smith. Little floater. As Hale gets this one over. Metcalf passed over. Back to Badeau. Up front to Smith. Dug out by the Hawks. Quick set there. Smith miscommunicated there maybe as Badeau will have to set this one over. Gets all the way over to Mueller. Badeau.
There it is again.
Blado almost got it. Badeau back to Metcalf. And that one's too hot to handle.
Sommerfeld laid out for that, but just couldn't control it. And now Cheyenne has match point, going for the 3-0 sweep tonight.
Cora Metcalf on that last play as Badeau's serve will come at a good one as we'll have a miscommunication there, and that one will drop for the Hawks. As
really just kind of works out for Horace there as Mueller just put it cross court and found no one home. So Horace still in this, but they have no margin for error here for the next few points.
Christofferson in for Spiekermeyer for the Hawks. Metcalf with a quick touch. Gets back over. Good dig out there by Dinger.
Wow.
Great job keeping that one alive by the Mustangs. And that one
And that's it.
will be a Mustang point for the Mustang win.
And that's the match.
Mustangs take set number 3, 25-21. As they sweep the Horace Hawks here tonight. The Mustangs taking set 1, 25-20, set 2, 25-14, and then winning it out was set number 3, 25-21, as they celebrate on the floor right now with their team.
Well, and, you know, I think a lot of the things that Coach Newton was looking for as far as keys to the game, Cheyenne executed really well on. They were able to serve aggressively. They passed very well, but I think the unforced errors, keeping those numbers down, was really huge for them tonight. That's something that they struggled with, we said, against both Shanley and against Davies. They played clean at times, but then had a few other times where they struggled, and as a result, they dropped those matches. And tonight they played really well, and you got to figure it's a little continuation of what had been going on over the weekend. So as a 2-point game, Cheyenne now takes over second place here in EDC play as we make kind of the turn towards home of the EDC regular season, as we're about a month away here, just a little less than that, from the playoffs beginning.
I believe EDC is in this gym too this year. So with that, folks, we'd like to remind you that Cheyenne Volleyball will be at South next week, Tuesday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. for a battle between the Bruins and the Mustangs. And then next week, Thursday, they are back here to take on the Rough Riders of Red River. And with that, we also have a stream this coming Thursday against the Davies Eagles for football. So make sure you check that out. If you can't make it in person, we will be streaming that one. That one will be Mr. Wolf alongside Drake Nostrom.
They should always like and subscribe, right?
Like and subscribe.
That way they know when we go live, regardless of the event. You can tune in from any device.
So with that, that about wraps up this broadcast. So for everyone up here in the booth, I'm Tristan Murrock.
I'm Dan Wolf.
Good night, folks.
Bye.